Hello everybody, I'm back. Stephen Brooks, Rubber Onion Animation, production video blog. Full disclosure, I haven't worked on the project in a couple days. It's been a combination of work, personal, and technological issues. It's like the perfect storm, right? I bring this up for a very important reason. I started doing these video blogs so you could see how I deal with motivational issues, and here we are. As an independent animator, motivation has a very specific corner cut out of our job. It's a quantifiable quality that we somehow have to fit into our workflow. Sometimes the process is very mathematical. It doesn't matter if you're motivated or not. Other times it's very artistic. And if you're not motivated and you're not feeling it, it's not going to come out. You just need to do it. So that's it. That's my spiel about motivation. So, let's do voices.
Let's do voices. Let's do voices.
Let's do voices.
Let's do voices.
Let's do voices.
Voices!
Alright, I'm sitting at my desk now. This time you can actually see my microphone since I'm doing voice work. You'll notice that my microphone is not very fancy. I think I got it at Radio Shack for maybe 40 bucks. You'll notice in amateur animations where people are doing their own audio, inevitably you'll have someone pop their peas. It's really just about angling your head off the side if you're going to say something with a pop, moving back a little bit if you're going to yell, keeping an eye on the values, making sure that it doesn't clip. The other thing you might notice, if you haven't noticed it already, is the way I'm speaking. I don't want to get off in a big thing right now. It's a pretty short point I need to make. I'm just going to start talking as though you were in the room, sitting 2 feet away from me. I'm not whispering, I'm not being quiet, but the reason it seems that way is because there is this wall. So I want to speak as though you were 15 feet across the room. This is what they call projecting in public speaking. And the same thing applies in voice acting. Okay, so the first one up is Father Rooster. I want to do that get back and use counter. I want to do that type of voice. His first line is police. Let's give it a shot. Police! 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 I think the frequency's getting a little high there. Let's try to bring it down. Police! Police! I have a good number of deliveries there. You'll see me looking up here every once in a while. I have to keep an eye on my level so I don't clip. We have Father Rooster saying, that's the bunny we've been after, so let me give that line. That's the bunny we've been after! I need some water already. That sounds too much like Macho Man Randy Savage.
Ooh, Snap-a-doo Slim Jim. Oh, yeah.
That's the bunny we've been after! I don't even know if you're going to be able to tell what that means.
That's the bunny we've been after.
That's the bunny we've been after! That's it. Next line I have to give is the siren, the rooster siren. That I'm gonna need water for.
Cock-a-doodle-doo!
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 I wonder if my neighbors are home. Yep. The first line the Easter Bunny gives is, oh my. I can't really tell much about a character from that. The next thing the Easter Bunny actually says, I communicate just fine. I communicate just fine.
I communicate just fine.
I communicate just fine. I communicate just fine.
It's a little bit like a timid puberty turning into a man voice, but if you push it a little bit farther, it gets crazy.
That's a pretty decent voice for that guy. I'm gonna deliver this line. Oh my, bamboozled, 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 bamboozled. More water. Bamboozled. I communicate just fine. F you. That's it. That's the last of his lines. All right. So, I got a lot of footage here I got to cut up. The bird is overhead, flies overhead. I don't even know what type of bird I want to have. In the beginning, so far, I'm having a lot of high voices, right? I got police, that's the bunny we've been after, and then cock-a-doodle-doo, you know, it's high voice, and then from there we got the reporter, the bird flying overhead. I think I want to give it a little bit of a lower tone, something like,
We interrupt this migration report to bring you a high-speed chase.
That's good. We interrupt this migration report to bring you a high-speed chase currently in progress. We interrupt this migration report to bring you a high-speed chase currently in progress. You know, I think I want to get the line out quicker. The southern accent works fine, but I'm really killing it with all this farm stuff. We interrupt this migration report to bring you a high-speed chase currently in progress. We interrupt this migration report to bring you a high-speed chase currently in progress. I think that's a good one. Now we go back to a pig. Let's see how good my snort is, actually. Water first.
Juicy.
That's a good one. I've never actually practiced my snort. Looks like I'm clipping. God, I'm gonna throw up. Okay, that's enough snorting for now. I think I got a good one. So,
Juicy.
so my next line is juicy after the snort. Juicy, right?
Juicy. Juicy.
Water. The pig's voice is very abrasive on my throat, so I think I'm gonna deliver the bird's line and then go back to the pig. Wait a minute. Looks like the bunny just threw something into the bushes. It's a good line, I think. Now we have driver. I think I want to do something like Gomer Pyle, you know, something like that. Why those chickens crossing the road? Nah, I don't think I want to go that far. Plus, I've already used that voice on an earlier project. Oh, great, it's starting to rain. Hope that picks up on my microphone. Why are those chickens crossing the road? Why are those chickens crossing the road? It's got to be a drier delivery. Why are those chickens crossing the road? Why are those chickens? Why are those chickens crossing the road? You know, now that I say it out loud, it doesn't sound funny. I was trying to make a chicken crossing the road joke. It's not working. I don't like it. I don't think it works. I don't think it works. No. Nope. No. It's supposed to be a dry joke, so I think it should be a dry delivery. And why are those chickens crossing the road? It seems almost sincere. Like he's actually asking the question. So, yeah, I need to rethink this. I think right now, if I just have him simply deliver a line like, chickens crossing the road. Something simple like that. It's shorter. I think it'll be drier. I think the beat will be funnier. Comes to a screeching halt, right? And he goes, chickens crossing the road. The edits continue. He's yelling to the bunny who's inside a barn who's like 50 feet away. We have laws against the sort of thing you did, bunny. And then Father Rooster, right, in the background, if you remember.
It ain't right. It ain't right. It ain't right. It ain't right.
Actually, I went back and I watched it. Turns out the line is, what we've got here is a failure to communicate. What we've got here is a failure to communicate. This is a unique part of the process because I've written the script, right? I've done the storyboard, so I've got some of the scenes down visually, and now I'm starting to get the character voices out and how they're going to play off one another. What pops into my head now is the music, because I've written here, the old MacDonald had a farm song plays with a minor haunting tone. I'm going to need some time for that, right? I have a shadow casting over the cop, and then the next scene is this, which is Old MacDonald in the silhouette, rain in the background, and a lightning bolt coming down, crack-oom! So in there, I'm probably going to need something. I think I'm going to record the cop saying something along the lines of, that was uncalled for, or something like that. Well, I think that was uncalled for. Well, I think that was uncalled for. Completely uncalled for. You know, I haven't used the word scoundrel yet. I think I'll put the word scoundrel in there. Well, I think that was uncalled for. Completely uncalled for. The scoundrel. Okay, so there's that. And then, it's Old MacDonald scatter. It's Old MacDonald scatter! It's Old MacDonald scatter! The next line that I have to give is really quite long. You can see it there where my index finger is. Let's give this a shot. The line delivery that I'm going to have to do for the pig, it's going to be a tough voice to do.
It seems we have been informed that the bunny in question seduces chickens, lays with them, and then harvests the resulting strangely colored and patterned eggs as his trophies.
More water.
Evidence he is trying to hide.
I think that's about as good. Whoops. I think that's about as good as I'm going to get right now. I'm going to mix it today. I hope you had fun watching me make all these stupid faces while I do the voices. If you'll excuse me, I'm going to polish off the rest of this water.